Hey, I am going to unbox something that's already been open, but I'm going to unbox Mage the Ascension Tarot cards. This is a game supplement for Mage the Ascension, a Old World of Darkness role-playing game. This is for the first edition of the game. And the idea behind this was that certain characters can read tarot in the game, like as the story, it's a role-playing game, so as the storyteller, game master, dungeon master, you can have characters read tarot, or additionally you can use it as a it has rules for like how to use the cards for gameplay purposes, character creation, plot hooks, NPCs, things like that. But I thought it was just a cool, inventive way to immerse players into a game a little more, and it seemed fun. So it comes in this kind of box. There's a tab here that will pull open, and we're presented with, maybe you can see that Mage has this deep purple coloring to it, but we have our book here. Take that out, real new, and two little stacks of cards. Let me pop these out. So like normal, at the bottom, whoops. At the bottom underneath is just more of the purple coloring. So like normal tarot deck, you have your minor and major arcana. However, this one, I believe, has replaced the minor arcana with stuff that's specific to the game. So instead of like the cups, it's questing, things like that. Primordialism replaces whatever else is in there. I'm not too familiar with the normal deck of tarot cards, but here is the rule book. So let's go through this. First page, Mage the Ascension Tarot. Designs of Destiny. Credits, authors, dedications. Table of contents. Using the cards, major arcana, the suit of questing, primordialism, dynamism, and pattern. Introduction. For those who seek a greater awareness of their place in the universe, the tarot is said by some to be the bridge between conscious perception and unconscious wisdom. The Mage Tarot is a deck of destiny. Within the compass of 78 cards lies a path from sleep to awakening. Its symbols are the signposts which mark the journey of the soul through the world of darkness into a realm of greater possibilities. Common sense, history of the tarot, the cards. The Mage Tarot is intended primarily for use with games set in the world of darkness. Our purpose is not to teach you how to use the tarot, but rather to provide you with a deck that reflects the imagery of our dark fantasy world. Several possible game uses are discussed later. Although slanted toward Mage the Ascension, this deck can be used with any of White Wolf's storyteller game systems. And here is a picture of what they have: primordial, Nefandi, water, cups, suggested readings. While they're analogous to the normal tarot suits of wands, swords, cups, and pentacles, the suits of the Mage Tarot correspond to the various sorts of essences and color mystic avatars. Each essence is in turn associated with one of the four factions of Mage society. Using the cards, reading spreads, the Celtic Cross. This is definitely one of the most famous ones. Goes into more pages on that. Circular spread. Very light on the different types of readings. It's definitely focused on, here's a couple ways to do it, but it doesn't look like there's a lot of talk about how to set them up. Ideas for using the cards. Here we go. Character creation. The cards may be used to aid character creation. Players or storytellers might draw a random card from the deck and use the text, meanings, or picture to suggest an idea for the character. Anything from the looks to concept, background, spheres, merits, flaws. So that's an interesting use. You basically saying here's a suggested way. Just draw 3 cards, find some commonalities with them. You can probably achieve the same thing through, looking on Pinterest or some other images, but having some cards seems kind of interesting. For non-player characters, you can do a similar thing. Plots and subplots. You can use the cards to suggest plot lines and subplots. If the imagery, try thinking in terms of the card's numbers. For examples of more character or elaborate plot lines, the cards can provide quick inspirations for dealing with unexpected developments. Spirits and effects, unpredictable elements, coincidental elements, rites of passage. Another graphic on that, how to set that up. So, yeah, interesting. And then the rest of the book, all these black pages cover the actual card artwork, which I'll gloss over because I'll just show you the cards. But the Major Arcana has a picture of it, has text on how to read it, what it means. And this deck of cards, unlike some other tarot cards that I've used or seen, can be reversed, and that they can be upside down. Maybe that's common. I haven't seen that before. 2 pages of notes at the back, and a couple ad splats for 2nd edition. We're on the 20th anniversary edition now. It's a little out of date. Story of the First Cabal. This was published in 1994, I want to say. I could be totally wrong. Let's check in the book. 1995. 1 year off. 1995 this was made. So here are some of the artworks here. Night of Questing. And they're totally changed from what they normally are. This is a dude with a laser riding a horse. Queen of Questing holding a guitar on a bed. King of Questing. I've played 1 game of Mage. I've never run it, and I've never really dived too deep into the source material, so I don't know. I'm not too familiar with the artwork here. I'm led to believe that a lot of this artwork has appeared on, that one's quite interesting, has appeared on the cover of game books or within the game book. The cards are actually this kind of very thick, very nice laminate. It's very well done. Here's more. There's a couple more. And if in case I didn't show it, here's the back of the card. Let's see if I have some more interesting ones. Primordialism. We'll go through the Major Arcana, as I think that's typically the more interesting one. King of Primordialism. Let's skip through here. I don't know what that one's about. And this one looks quite weird. It's a dude drinking with a bloody mech hound there while other people look at him and don't look surprised. Okay, this one looks kind of badass. This guy on a bike. Half a mech face. Okay, so here are the Major Arcana for the Mage, the Ascension Tarot. The Fool. And I don't know if it's going to focus that well, but he has longer ears. So an elf of some kind. He's standing on a city with kind of a rose, a wilted rose in his hand. The Mage. The High Priestess. Interesting artwork here. Empress. Emperor. Pretty evocative. And I'm interested to see what kind of cool ideas come from using this. I like stuff like this. Kind of supplemental. This is some pretty cool artwork. It's pretty gray. Hopefully that's showing up. This one, hopefully you can see that. It's a gun with a man. Justice. Hanged man. Death. And that's a package I ordered. The Devil. Tower. The Star. Luna. Ugh. What's happening with that one? Sun. Judgment. Gaia. And that is it. I might have missed some, but here's just a final one to end on. Yeah, so that's Mage, the Ascension Tarot deck. Again, kind of limited use in what you're actually supposed to do with it. But I've been wanting to get back into the old World of Darkness and start storytelling a lot of these games. So just figured, why not? Let's try it out. Let's see if it helps, if it gets people involved, if it evokes emotions or ideas, or just helps people get into the scenario more, or if it helps me get into the scenario more. So thanks for watching. That's the Mage, the Ascension Tarot deck. I'll catch you guys later.